Hi Silem stars, you're welcome back to my channel. In today's video guys, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful Bubu dress you can see on the screen. It's an exaggerated Bubu with puffy sleeves, and it also has a design at the center, both in front and at the back. So if you want to see how we make this Bubu dress, definitely keep on watching.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
So I'm using mikado silk fabric for this project. What I used was 4 yards of mikado silk. So I folded my fabric twice, as you can see, and then from the baseline now I'm just going ahead to mark the bust point. I'm also going to mark the under bust, the waistline, as well as the hip line. Okay, so these are the 4 points that I'm marking. Now on the baseline or shoulder line, I'm just going to divide the shoulder measurements by 2, and then I'll mark that on that shoulder line. So now for the width of my neck, I'm using 3.5, and for the depth of the back neckline, I'm using 1.5. Now remember that my front and back pieces are both here, so I'm also going to mark the front neckline. The front neckline I'm using is 4 inches. Remember that this neckline is round and then it has a V shape at the bottom of the neckline. So after the 4 inches depth for the front, I'm going to go down again by 2 extra inches. So from the shoulder line down to the end of the front neckline is 6 inches. So 4 inches for the round part, that's the depth, and 2 inches for the straight part or the V part, just so that it has that V shape. Okay, and then I'll check the length of the sleeve that I have left. What I have left is about 22 inches, and that's fine for me because this has to be a long sleeve so that when the elastic is attached, the puff is created and it becomes puffy. So you want to make sure that your sleeve is longer than the final thing you want. Now for the sleeve opening, I'm coming down by 1 inch after the bust point. Okay, so that's how wide the sleeve opening is. So just come down by 1 inch from the bust point that you have. So once I've come down there, I'm just going to take it in a bit by about 4 inches. And then on the hip line, I'm going to divide the hip circumference by 4. Then I'm going to mark that on the hip line. Now you want to decide how big you want your bubu to be. For me, my client wants it to be very, very big, just like the picture or just like the video we saw at the beginning. So I'm adding 7 inches extra. Okay, if you don't want yours to be so big, you can add just 4 inches or 5 inches allowance to your piece. Okay, but for me, I want it to be very big, so I added 7 inches, and I'm just connecting that to the sleeve. And then what I have on the hip line, I'm taking it all the way down to the hem by just marking that straight line. Okay, now on second thought, I decided to add extra 2 inches to the width of the piece. Like I said, this is entirely up to you how big you want yours to be. So I decided to add extra 2 inches just so that it's very big the way my client wants it. So I just took it down all the way to the hem. Don't forget to connect the sleeve to the body with a curve. Okay, and then once we're done with that, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. I'm also going to go ahead and cut the back neckline only. Make sure you're cutting the back neckline, okay, because both pieces are together, so you want to cut the back neckline first. And now I'm separating one of the pieces, so I'm taking out the back piece and I'm placing the other piece to serve as my front piece. Now for the design that we have at the center, from the fold I'm just marking 7 inches. Okay, so whatever shoulder you have, you want to take out 1 inch, and that will give you the width of this design. So my client's shoulder is 15 inches. 15 minus 1 is 14 inches. 14 divided by 2 is 7 inches, and that's why I'm marking 7 inches. So make sure you're marking that 7 inches from the fold. Okay, so just go ahead and mark that straight line all the way from the top to the bottom. And then I'm going to go ahead to trim the front neckline using the markings that we had created. and then I'll flip this piece to the other side and mark that same 7 inches from the fold, just like I did for the other side. Now this is the fabric I'm going to use to create that design that we have in front. Now remember that the width of the piece for the dress is 14 inches, okay? That's when it's not folded, 14 inches when it's not folded. So it means that I'm going to add extra half an inch on both sides in order for me to get the design. So the design I'm going to have here is 15 inches, okay? So instead of 14 inches that we have on the dress, we have 15 inches, which is half inch on both sides. Because remember that we are going to, fold half an inch inwards when we are sewing this piece to the dress. So I've cut this on fold and the width is 15 inches. The reason why I cut it on fold is so that I can use one piece for my front and the other piece for the back. Now make sure that the length of this is long enough to go from the neckline of your dress all the way down to the hem, okay? So as you can see now, I have two pieces that are 15 inches wide and long enough to, go from the neckline of my dress all the way to the hem. So when I fold this now, obviously since I cut 15 inches, when I fold it, what I'm going to have is now 7.5 inches. So I just folded it and then I place my folded dress on top, and then I'm cutting the neckline, okay? So make sure you cut that same neckline that you have. Now do that for both the front piece and for the back piece. Fold the piece and then place the dress on top. Make sure that the top part of the dress, where you have the neckline, aligns with the top part of the fabric for the design, and then just go ahead and cut out that neck. Now I'm just going to place my piece, and then place the design right at the back, okay? So the right side of the design should be facing the wrong side of your dress. So once you sew the neck, you can now flip it to the right side, okay? So this way the neck is hemmed very, very neatly. Can you see? So this is the right side now. I'm going to iron the neck flat, and then I'm going to fold in half an inch at the edge there, and I'm going to sew it all the way down from the top to the bottom. I'll do that on both sides. I'm also going to repeat the same process for the front piece. Place the right side of your design facing the wrong side of your front piece, and then sew the neckline together with half an inch seam allowance, okay? Now once you're done sewing the neckline, you can now flip it to the right side. Now for me, I'm doing something slightly different. This piece you see here that has this V shape is actually my back piece, because that's what my client wanted. But for the inspiration, you see that this piece is the front. So decide which of the pieces, whether front or back, that you want this round V-neck design. For me, since it's the back, I added loops, just one loop to that back, so that I can attach a button later. Okay, so once I'm done, I flipped it to the right side, iron the neckline, and then I'm just going to fold in the edge. I'll just fold in the edge there by half an inch, and then I'm going to sew it down. You can pin everything in place, so it makes it so much easier for you to do. Okay, so just fold it and pin, and then go ahead and sew from the top all the way to the bottom. Now that was for the back piece. I'm going to do the exact same thing for the front piece. Flip it to the right side, make sure you iron the neckline, fold in the edges, and then pin them down. Okay, and when you're sewing, sew right at the edge there to secure the design to the front part of your dress. Now once we're done with that, I'm going to flip the front piece to the wrong side so that I can attach my belt. Okay, this design actually has, or this style actually has, that snatched waist effect. So I created a belt that is 2 inches wide after turning it out, and the length of my belt is the waist circumference. The length of one belt is the waist circumference. The length of the second belt is also the waist circumference. So I placed the belt right at the waistline there, and then the distance from one belt to the other belt is the bust span measurement. So the bust span measurement of my client is 8 inches. So the distance from one belt to the other belt is 8 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and then tack the belt at that point. Okay, and then after tacking the belt, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place the front piece and back piece right sides facing. So make sure that the right sides are facing each other after tacking the belt. Okay, make sure you do this after tacking the belt. And then I'm going to join the shoulders together. Okay, so just place the two shoulders together and join them. After joining the shoulders, I'm just going to weave everything, and then I'm going to fold in the hem of the sleeve by about 0.75 inches, and then I'm just going to sew it down. The reason why I use 0.75 inches to hem the sleeve is because I'm going to insert a ½ inch wide elastic. Okay, so if your elastic is bigger, you have to make your channel bigger. So once I'm done with that, the next thing I'm going to do now is to insert the elastic into that piece. Now the width of my elastic, or the length of my elastic rather, the length of my elastic is the round wrist measurement plus 1 inch. So the wrist measurement is 8 inches plus 1 inch, that is 9 inches. So the length of my elastic is 9 inches. So I just inserted it into that channel, and then I'm just tacking the elastic so that it doesn't fall back into the channel. And after tacking it, I'm just going to join the sides of the front and the back pieces together. Okay, so just start from where you have that elastic, okay, and then just sew all the way down. I'm sewing this from beginning all the way to the end with ½ inch seam allowance. You can use 1 inch seam allowance if you prefer. And this is the final look of this dress. It looks very funny on the mannequin, but it looked so amazing on my client. My client is actually on the big side, and my mannequin is on the small side. Okay, but basically that is how to make this beautiful dress you can see on the screen. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe, and if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.